Hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the next reaction stream of Danganronpa Despair Time. We are currently in the middle of Chapter 2 Trial, and episode 11 shall be next.
Yes, the final episode of Chapter 2, Part 1, which is my favorite of Part 1, but that should be to no one's surprise. Wow, thank you, Chrome. I didn't need the notification that Rina's live. I know Rina's live. Thanks, Chrome.
But very
Shut up.
for whatever reason, I also get an
Hi,
email every
Sif.
time I go live. And I'm just like, YouTube, I know that I am live. I'm doing it. You don't need to email me about it.
Twitch and YouTube both do that if you stream. Also, Sif's my friend. Hello, Sif. Sif knows nothing about DRDT, but I'm taking him through it eventually.
Hi, fellow blind person.
Yeah, honestly. And everyone's already filtering in. Nice to see you all.
Excited, I see.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's the episode where everyone freaks out.
Alrighty then.
Like okay. Rina, this episode aired in April 2 years ago, if I remember right. And then Dev went on hiatus. And then people were screaming about this episode for about 2 months. Thank you, Sif. Thank you, Sif. I am quite aware. Rina, the more you'll see Sif talk, you'll realize that him and Barn have the same exact humor. So, just a warning.
I can see that.
Okay, I'm glad you picked up on the vibes immediately. Hi, ha. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Probably give people 2 more minutes and then we can start.
Yeah, but 2 years, it already... you guys really had more than enough time to go crazy about this episode, eh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, we're doing the end of DRTT Chapter 2 a few months after it's... No. Yes. About a month and a half after it's all been completed, so...
Yeah, shit...
and it's now on a new hiatus.
Shit takes time.
Yeah. Dev busted ass, though, with this series, I want to say.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
I like this trial a lot more than Trial 1.
Yeah, it has made a good impression on me so far.
You will see, though, in this trial that a lot of people got pissed off because of what happened, but personally, I think the trial's perfect.
I guess
And I'm looking forward... Yeah, I'm looking forward to your reactions to it, because I really want to know what your thoughts are, considering that you're pretty picky about Fangin too. So I want to know. 2 years of despair time, if you will. Yes, correct. Yeah, even Ha agrees with me that Chapter 2 is way better.
I mean, I had.
But also, if I remember right, Dev took a lot of feedback from Chapter 1 and is like, okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it in Chapter 2. And then Dev did that. And then that's kind of why it slaps. But yeah.
We love taking criticism and putting it into action.
Me, Ha. Me and you, handshake emoji. That's me. Okay. It's been 4 minutes. We can start now if you want.
Alrighty.
Fuck yes! I'm so excited. I love this episode. It also has one of my favorite breakdown monologues.
Ooh. I know what David's secret is. Okay, how?
I'm sorry?
Excuse me? Oh, I thought you had received Nico's secret.
Indeed. Yeah, I did. But last night I overheard David and Ari meeting up to talk about motive secrets.
Are you an idiot?
Wait, what? That is incredibly important information. Why on earth would you not bring this up earlier? Do you have brain damage?
Yes, he does, Charles. Thank you. Hello, Barn. David met up with the murder victim during the time her murder would have taken place.
Hi.
This is not some small piece of evidence you can forget about. You absolutely should have brought this up earlier.
Shut up! You piss me off!
You know what? I changed my mind. If you want to hear my full testimony, then get on your knees and fucking beg for it, you pathetic sacks of shit.
I'm so tired of him, please.
You know
We've
that...
We've had 1 minute into this video and he's already being annoying.
You know that your life also hangs in a balance, Ace? Please
He doesn't care.
cooperate.
He cares, but doesn't care.
I'm giving you valuable information that could change this trial, so act like you're grateful because you owe me your goddamn life. Yeah. If I want to keep things to myself, then I will. After all, David is doing the exact same thing.
Get my man's name out of your mouth, actually.
Why don't you go beat up on him instead? Why do I have to be punished for the fact that David is a lying asswipe?
Barn, me too. I've always asked this question. What?
It's obvious.
Besides, I figured this would only distract you a lot, since I'm pretty sure I know who the murderer is. It's not David, it's Nico. I doubt that. Doubt.
Press X to doubt.
Yeah.
That out.
Out of all possible reasons not to share your testimony, this one might be the most idiotic.
You're being real rude to someone you're asking a favor from. You know what? Maybe I'll keep that to myself. You fucking ingrates don't deserve this.
I'm so tired of him.
Shut your mouth.
Ace, stop messing around right now. I love you, Levi. Thank you.
Gonna resort to force? Fine. I was gonna tell you anyway. I just wanted the satisfaction of pissing you off first. Alrighty then.
I'm so tired of him, please.
Oh, great. Another asshole coming down here. Just when I thought I'd get some quiet.
David, I finally found you.
Ah, Ari. Good evening. Did you need to talk to me?
It's about those motive secrets.
I see. I know that it may have been hard for you to confess yours, but...
Why did you lie about your secret?
Cause that made me curious. So I decided I was gonna listen in.
I'm sorry?
I don't quite understand.
You said your secret was that you had family history of depression.
It is. I didn't lie. That's the truth.
It just doesn't have to be that secret. Your secret really is, you exist to manipulate others. Everyone else exists to be taken advantage of, isn't it? I had a feeling that might be it.
I mean, looks at the prologue between Teriko and David's interaction. Not like they didn't foreshadow that. That's... I presume you're the one who was given my secret?
No, I'm not. And before you ask, it's none of your fucking business whose secret I did get.
So what?
When Mono TV was handing out the motives, I decided to sneak a peek at the person next to me as well, which was Wit. Thankfully, he's too airheaded to notice me snooping. I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I saw your secret. At the time, I figured it was cool. Nothing more than a little more blackmail material to line my pockets. Thinking. You. Excuse me. My voice
Oh,
is
good?
doing a funny thing.
Okay, that happens.
Me.
Da-da-da-da.
You. Getting better.
Okay.
But then you lied to everyone about what your secret is and said that everyone else should confess their secrets too. Hee. You said that sharing our secrets would help fight against the motive, but when I think about it, not a single good thing has come out of that. Ian was stupidly naive as usual and tried to talk to Arturo. So now I have to protect her. Nico got super pissy and tried to turn Ace into cat food.
Thank you, RA. You killed Rina, though.
Ah, she sure did. Everyone has been fighting non-stop with each other because of your so-called plan to fight against the motive. Are you really just trying to manipulate everyone? If the only thing you did was lie, then I wouldn't have given a shit. But what's worst of all, you told me that I could change. Ay. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. That's what Eden would do, and I want to be like her. I need to become a good person. Man. It's getting better. Here. Maybe I misinterpreted the situation. Maybe I'm just reading your actions in bad faith. We shall see how he answers. Is that it, David? David, say something! That's all I heard. Didn't catch nothing else. But yeah, David's secret is that he's taking advantage of everyone here, the fucking asshole.
As if you're any better, Ace. That's not true.
Do you really believe that?
I have no recollection of even seeing RA last night, much less speaking with her.
Amnesia?
Load of crap.
Oh, okay. I totally believe that because there's no way you would lie, right, idiot?
I don't mean to start an argument, but you could just as easily have lied as well.
True.
In Ace's defense, though, it is rather strange that what David claims his secret was didn't show up on the board at all.
It's not that strange.
One could say that it is simply an innocent mistake on his part, that he was just incorrect about which one of his secrets would be the motive, but it's very possible that he intentionally lied as well.
The worst person you know brings up a fair point, please! This is the worst person I know, honestly.
I don't find that cause for suspicion. You are simply overthinking the motives. Besides, Ace is not the most reliable of witnesses.
Preach.
I like how biased Who is.
Yeah, I know.
It's awfully suspicious that Ace waited this long to bring up such an important piece of evidence. That is also
Extremely.
true.
They're both suspicious right now.
Hmm. Plus, the dude's like a bull in a china shop.
God bless, Jay. Thank you.
Makes no sense.
This whole story hinges on the premise that Ace is discreet enough to eavesdrop without having some sort of spontaneous anger-fueled screaming fit and getting caught.
Exactly. Exactly. Jay understands.
You bitch!
That's funny. Hmm. That's the part you have issue with? You seriously think I'm incapable of being quiet?
Yes. We all do.
I didn't make it up, damn it. It really happened. David is lying to you all.
Ace, this is an absurd story to conjure up in your own defense.
Wit, can you please confirm whose secret you were given? After all, you're the one who has received the secret in question.
Good idea. How about?
Of
Thanks,
course.
Wit.
Of course.
I'm sorry, his cut-in and you saying that at the same time was great.
By the way, Osiria, I'm noticing that your mic quality is different than usual. Could it be that you have a different mic
No,
registered at Gilded?
no. It is the same microphone that I've always used.
I
Is this better?
Hmm?
Is this better? Or
Yes.
is this no change?
This is much better.
Okay. Okay. For some reason, I have two inputs when it comes to this fucking microphone. One is it just labeled microphone, and the other one is communications microphone, but it is the same fucking microphone, so I don't understand why it does this.
Hmm.
I don't get it, but whatever, it's fixed now.
Ye- Typical. But David is really suspicious. He always has been really pushy about getting people to reveal their secrets. Not wrong.
I think...
And he can do that only because he revealed his own secret first. That way he doesn't look like a hypocrite. That certainly is a little manipulative, though it was with good intentions. Probably. But if he lied about a secret, and then he can just pretend that he's in the right, and other people will follow his lead because it's good to share secrets. And I'm not just saying this because I'm mad at David, really. Nico, honey, you seem to be a little confused. David wasn't lying about anything, he was simply trying to take leadership.
No, that's a good point. Why was David so insistent that we all exchange our motives? I said before it was to fight against Mono TV's motive. That motive is only effective if we're driven to keep our secrets hidden. But if we shared our secrets, then the motive would lose its power over us. There'd be no reason to murder.
Under the presumption that there are no motives worth killing for.
What's your problem?
If it's something
If that's
really
your
bad-
reasoning,
if
yeah.
yeah, if there's something really bad, then
Looks at the one Ari received. Anyway.
Hmm.
If that's your reasoning, then why don't you tell us what your secret really is? End this argument right here. He is nosy, actually.
By the way, your mic quality went down again.
Hello? I haven't fucked with anything. I've just been sitting here.
Weird.
Is it fine?
Yeah, I think it gets a little weirder when you get louder.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry because, like, I considered upgrading microphones while I was there, but I'd rather wait. Fuck.
Hmm.
Okay. Why don't you? You first! After all, you've made such a big show of setting an example for everyone else to follow.
Yeah, we can hear you without a problem. It's just noticeable different quality.
I'm gonna lose it. I hope it's not gilded being weird. There's no need to be so petty.
Cause you won't confess a secret? Because I'm right, aren't I?
I don't...
Did David's plan really help fight against the motive?
What do you mean? No harm came out of you sharing your secret, right?
I mean...
I guess it's true that things worked out for me. Nothing bad happened between me, Teruko, or Wit. But something bad happened with Eden.
Mm-hmm.
But all you need is one bad apple to rot the entire barrel. Damn, now that I think about it, a lot of bad stuff happened because of sharing secrets.
Barnes says he's not noticing anything, so maybe it's a gilded issue.
Could be.
Anyway.
Eden's trying to share her motive with Arturo made him threaten her life.
That's also because Arturo's a sensitive string bean.
Nico made a serious attempt to murder Ace over their secret.
In addition, RA sharing her own secret to David caused her to have a breakdown, although I suppose no one else was privy to that.
Huh?
It seems that...
If anything, it seemed as if disclosing the motives caused more harm than good.
Kinda, yeah.
Of course not.
That doesn't mean David is at fault. He can't control the actions of others, so how can you blame him for the squabbles? Blaming him, I wouldn't say, but... I only talked to Arturo because I believe David. I wouldn't have done it otherwise if David didn't tell me to.
I'm sorry.
I was wrong, I think.
Oh wow, big surprise.
I admit it, I thought that sharing our secrets would be a good idea, and things didn't turn out as peacefully as I'd hoped.
Then David admits to making a mistake, so stop attacking him. It's not just a mistake when someone died. And it's not just a mistake when David's secret suggests that he intentionally did it to manipulate others. You still don't know for sure that what David's secret is. Need I remind you that the only real proof you have is Ace's so-called testimony? And are you really saying you trust Ace's words over all else? I do kinda trust that, actually. It was too detailed to be a lie. All you're doing is speculating about David's feelings, which you can prove with evidence.
It's speculation to you, maybe.
You're wrong.
And also,
But there's one more... Go ahead.
also, if it was wrong, then all Wit had to say was, nope, that's wrong.
It doesn't matter, Wit doesn't want to give away who he's holding. That's why he's not giving any definitive,
Yep, but I
hints
feel
about
like it probably would have been easier to shut this whole thing for Wit down by saying, nope, that's not it, if it actually was wrong. Because then he wouldn't have revealed anything, actually.
I'm trying to go with some exposition here and to leave you thinking about it. While also not depriving the viewer of clues. But yeah. But there's one more thing that I know. One particular reason that I've never once believed in David's lies to fight against the motive. David's entire personality is fake.
Ui.
I knew it from our first meeting. His optimism, his charisma, everything about him, it's all a facade. He's just pretending to be a good person, and you've completely fallen for it.
Ooh. Teruko's ripping him a new one.
They promised to keep it a secret, and now he spilled it.
How dare you say that about David? You're just making things up now to slander him. David, tell her how wrong she is. David, say something.
My.
Oh, it looks like he's run out of defenses. Again. Oh, fuck. Come on, Arturo. Again, wait, why can't you just confirm whose secret you have? We wouldn't be having this argument if you weren't staying quiet.
That's...
How dare you!
That's enough! The reason Whit hasn't been saying anything this whole time is because he knows that you're all mistaken. I don't know. David is a considerate person who works hard for everyone else's sake. What do the rest of you know? I think you are being very biased right now. David and I are good friends. I can speak on his behalf. And I can tell you confidently that there's absolutely no way that... Hey.
Ace is telling the truth.
Huh? What makes you say that? Sorry to blow your cover, Whit, but I can tell that you're hiding David's secret. I know you well enough to know that when you're trying to protect someone... Yeah, and we're going in circles here. We need to... put the foot down.
Not my fault I'm a terrible liar. Don't say I didn't at least try to save your butt, David.
Yay!
That's a good enough confession for me. Bonus points for saying butt.
Really, Mono TV? Yay! Wait, it's actually true? That's your secret, David?
What?
Huh? There's no way. The motive secrets have a tendency to be phrased dramatically. Surely this is just an unflattering framing, right? Could be. We shall see. Told you so. Eat shit, everyone who doubted me.
Ace, you are so annoying.
David? Don't clam up at a time like this. Say something!
Sorry. I... got a little distracted, that's all. I was just thinking about the last trial.
Why?
How Min was accused of murder by everyone. And even when she realized that her case was finished, she kept fighting. She kept arguing and yelling and crying she was innocent. Even when no one believed in her. Even when it made her guiltier. At that time, watching Min, I kept thinking... how utterly pathetic she was.
Oh, gee.
She should have realized that she was wasting her energy with that sad performance. The only thing she accomplished was gathering pity. Back then, I thought to myself, if I was ever in the same situation, then I would know when to stop fighting. That way, I can keep my pride. With that in mind, I guess I should stick to my words and give up. Not to mention, I kinda don't want to give the satisfaction of ruining my life to anyone else.
David?
Yay, animation.
So then, I am guilty as charged. I'm a lying, manipulative, scumbaggy piece of shit. Is that what you all wanted to hear?
Yeah.
David?
Yeah.
Go off, King!
Is it just me? Or did he totally change his demeanor?
I love it when, like, small changes in the character design make such a difference.
Rina, please let it play. It's so good.
I'm not finished talking. Didn't your parents teach you any manners? Or are you all too fucking stupid to know how rude it is to interrupt someone's speech? You were right. I'm a good-for-nothing liar. But I call those lies motivational speeches, and everyone eats it up. People can always change. What complete bullshit! No one ever changes. People who are born lazy, useless, and stupid will stay that way until they die. If you were able to improve yourself into a better person, then it only means you were a better person to begin with.
Aye.
And with that, my career is officially in the trash. Not that it matters anyway, since none of us are going to escape this killing game alive. Oh, it feels so good to say all of that. All that stuff I wanted to say, but had to keep to myself and act all well-mannered instead. Oh, you all should try it. I understand now why you're such an unlikable, irredeemable asshole, Ace. It's really cathartic.
Okay, pause, please. I'm begging you. Okay. When I say that people spammed, 1, the gif of his transformation, and 2, his monologue for months after this, I'm not kidding when I say that. It was all over the tags, and the boom of David's fans and fan art was nuts. And anyway, I like David a lot. That's all I have to say about that.
Alrighty then. The mask fell off.
It's also just so fucking funny that Jesse voices him and Mikado. I'm sorry. That's like really funny to me.
A little bit. They're both a little manic, but in different ways. Negative.
Oh, in
manic.
very different ways. They're not remotely the same character, but like, his range works well for both of them, I'll say. Anyway.
Piss me off!
Damn, I was expecting a lot of different things, but you're insane. You know what? Maybe you actually did kill Are.
Ton of pace.
This is so much fun!
Oh gosh, oh wow. You had so much stuff pent up inside of you. That's so cool. Thank you, Veronica. Me too.
That's whack.
Whack, dude. I was keeping that secret out of concern for your career, but if this is how you really act, then your career might be in trouble for reasons out of my control.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. This episode's great.
No, I don't really know.
And Teriko is completely unsurprised because she already
Yeah.
knew this the whole time.
No, I mean, I don't know if I can call him a bad person, though. I mean, he's just venting
Okay.
right now.
I don't consider him a bad person, but he's not great. I'll say that. You see more of that through the trial, anyway. As I expected. In that case, David, is what Ace said true? Perhaps, or perhaps not.
Now he's being difficult.
Normally, I would continue to insist that Ace is an unreliable witness, and a worthless lying piece of shit as well. But I know how it hits with you people. Once you've reached a conclusion, you'll refuse to believe any evidence that contradicts it, so I'm not going to bother. Basically, it's like, y'all already fucked my reputation. You're not gonna believe anything I say.
Yeah, I like that sprite a lot.
I do too, he's so cute. Like, I need to fix his hair, but he's so cute.
But I will admit I did indeed meet with RA last night in the relaxation room. As for what I actually talked to her about... Well, I've already forgotten. She's dead now, so who cares? I mean, why memorize the trash in the garbage bin if it's going to be burned anyway?
Come on. I didn't actually memorize what was in the garbage.
Oh yeah, hold on, I need to highlight what Sam said. So yeah, that is a good point. After the reveal, David Chiem, like his name as a tag, like David Chiem, his name as a tag, was trending on Twitter, and it shocked devs so much that they posted encrypted messages on their Twitter, like to encrypt spoilers so people didn't see them. Like you can decrypt them with Rot13, basically saying, "I didn't think people would like him this much at all," and. It was really funny, but yeah.
I mean, the most important thing in a Danganronpa game is to be entertaining, so...
Yeah, once episode 11 came out, it was actually pretty much impossible to avoid spoilers if you looked in any tags.
I can imagine. Stuff like this is so hard to hide.
Yeah, that's why I was like, don't look at anything, I will send you things. Because I wanted you to at least get past this episode.
I mean, I did know that something was up with David, the way people were, like, acting about him, but I didn't actually see any sprite of his or what he was actually going to do.
God bless. Alright, that's good enough.
You killed her! You totally killed her, damn it! You talked to her around the time she was killed, and you were right next to the playground where we found her body.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. I forgot that we were still accusing me of murder. I did get a little carried away, after all. Do you have a defense, then, David? Yeah, I do.
Go fuck yourselves. All of you.
Thanks, David.
I love that line. He's so fucking funny, Rina, please.
Man, he needs a sprite where he's flipping the bird.
He has a funnier sprite in an episode from now. It's not that, but it's something exponentially funnier that made me choke laughing when I first saw it, because I did not expect it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think we'll get to it today. I think it's early enough on that we'll see it today, but it's funny.
That is not a defense.
Wow.
Oh, really? Gosh, I never knew. Thanks so much for pointing that out to me and everyone here who really cleared things up.
Ay.
The king of sarcasm, God bless him. You fucking idiots.
Stop that!
You know...
People like you who jump to help others in order to assuage their own insecurities are the easiest to manipulate.
Ay.
There's a reason I wanted him, because he has his large-ass fucking vocabulary. It's all because you try too hard to be some kind of helpful mother figure that you so readily accepted that there could be an easy solution to this killing game. If I wouldn't stutter with him, that'd be great. Pulling up my own fist for myself. Barn! You should cosplay him, it would work. It would work for you. Except you're too tall. He's a short bitch. He's like a little taller than me, but he's short. Just have everyone expose their own secrets, and nothing bad will happen. Now we can all be friends. What a tempting outcome, and for such little effort. No, to be honest, it's kind of real for him to jump on Who, because she's being really annoying this trial.
Like, she's high-key annoying the shit out of me and not being helpful.
She is getting a bit too BS'd, in a way.
Yeah, she's not assisting with the conversation. She's just blindly defending people instead of relying on evidence, which annoys the shit out of me. I don't like when characters do that in these sorts of medias.
Yeah, she's pretty
Go ahead.
much arguing emotionally instead of logically.
And in spite of how easily you'll spill on other secrets for the sake of peace, you're still too much of a coward to admit your own. Anyway, I ship him with Terako. He belongs there.
That's not what...
What's wrong, Julia? Go ahead and share your secret. It can't be that bad, can it? Or is it worse than mine? Worse than Nico's?
Pointing out the hypocrisy.
Or could it be that you're actually not as noble and strong of a person as you make yourself out to be?
Phew.
Dare you? I'm trying my best. I really am. I'm just trying to help. I have to be the one to give everyone guidance. That's the only thing I can do. If no one relies on me, then I won't be useful anymore. You knew how I felt, and yet you toyed with my heart!
This is a good line, too.
You acted like you were encouraging us to reveal our secrets to prevent conflict. That was all a lie!
Look, in my defense... waiting 4 days for people to even start murdering each other was way too boring. I had to speed it up a little.
Wow. You had no trust whatsoever that
She does.
that no murder would be taking place. Hui. You. This whole time you were actively trying to make a murder happen.
I was thinking.
In that case, David is definitely the killer, right? No.
Oh, am I? That's news to me. Someone should have let me know in advance that I was going to be RA's murderer, so that I could prepare.
You literally just admitted you wanted the murder to happen. How the hell can you be innocent? He could just be a troublemaker.
How can you all be this thick in the head? It's a wonder that we survived the last trial. Yeah, with Terako's help, because you weren't helping.
Yeah. You especially were not helping too.
Yeah, he was not helping. Although, admittedly, you did have Min's stupidity working in your favor.
Shut up and listen.
All I did was foster the right atmosphere for a murder to occur, but I'm not the one who killed RA. That was someone else. Understand? You don't have any actual evidence that connects me to RA.
Seriously?
Yes, we do. You were near the scene of the crime around the time RA died. You had some sort of confrontation with her, and you're actually acting dickishly right now. Super suspicious.
It's his normal personality, though.
Dickishly.
He's always acting like this. He's just been bottling it till now. So, what's your point? If we decided who the murderer was based on who was at the crime scene and who's the biggest asshole here, then we should have voted Terako out last trial. Sorry, I love these two. They're so funny. He just stabs at her and she stabs at him and it's hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, please get at each other's throats. It's so fucking funny. It entertains me. Shut it. You can be as sarcastic as you want, but it won't change the fact that you still need evidence to defend yourself.
But
And I also want to say you're Shobai from Super Danganronpa Another because he has more than enough sarcasm to reflect you, if I'm being honest. You've been acting suspiciously for days regarding this motive thing.
I just had Komaeda Ban in my head, and that was an experience.
Oh, Jesus Christ. According to Ace's account, I talked to Ari and the realized that note that you deduced was from the killer, asked her to meet in the playground. And those rooms are right next to each other. I fail to see how this makes a difference. You don't even know when I met her, beyond a vague time period of last night.
I think I overheard you two talking at 7:30.
Ace, no one believes you.
Delusional.
Aren't you making that up now to prove your points? You didn't bring up the time earlier, despite the fact that we've already established the time to be relevant to this case.
True, true.
To be fair, you already said Ace was telling the truth earlier. This isn't that much of a stretch.
I don't know, Wit. He should have brought up the time earlier. Huge detail to leave out in this case. David, under light of the new evidence we have learned, you are very suspicious. Understand that we do not suspect you to be Ari's killer without good reason.
Though, to be fair, we have barely looked at the evidence so far.
We have no evidence.
Human garbage.
I was about to say, please let that line play. It's one of my favorites. Good. Are you all really that stupid? Did your mothers drop you on the head when you were babies? She should have thrown you out in the factory to defect pile afterwards so that I wouldn't have to deal with your dumbassery today. I'm sorry, you know how you enjoyed voicing Kanade? This is why I enjoy voicing David, thank you. Different shade of paint, if I'm gonna be so honest.
Yeah.
Just slightly less unhinged.
That doesn't sound like the reaction of an innocent person.
Listen to me, I'm not the killer. And now he realizes no one will listen to him. I know when to give up. Like I said, I don't want to end up like men, futilely fighting a war that I can't win.
I still want to look at the evidence with everyone.
Oh, fucking fine.
I killed Ari.
I don't believe you.
Does hearing that
I don't
make
believe
you
him either.
happy?
You piece of shit, you really admitted to it! You...
How could you do that?
You're horrible!
What a mess. How exciting! I love you, Veronica.
David, you should be ashamed of yourself. I really believed in you. I trusted you. We all did. And you abused that trust.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, Rina, this sprite has been edited into a wet cat or some variant of a wet cat more times than I can count. I need you to know that.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it, yes.
Dear Christ alive! It's so fucking funny. Anyway. Oh no, a bunch of people who I don't give a shit about are mad at me? No, please. Anything but your disappointment. I'm so sorry. I'll reverse time and unmurder Ari immediately. I fucking love him. He's so funny. Seriously, what do you expect me to say in response to that? Ari pissed me off. I couldn't let her have my secret, that's all.
I still don't believe you.
That's whack.
I don't either. Pretty harsh, won't lie. That's whack of you.
Holy crap, you're a real scumbag.
So... You're one to talk, Ace.
Are we supposed to vote now? Don't.
Oh.
You have not looked at the evidence!
We might as well. Mono TV.
No!
No, wait! We're not done here. I want to know how David did the murder.
Thank you, Terako, for having brain cells. Can we please get this over with? I want to be done with this horrible trial. Just vote already. Rose, you are normally much more intelligent than this. Please, no. We need to actually look at the evidence.
Listen to me.
There are quite a few mysteries of the case that I want cleared up. Oh, you can't resist the urge to toy with your prey a little longer, can you, Terako? I have an actual audio clip of this. I already confessed. What more do you want? My hand in marriage. I have an audio clip of this too, and so I mimicked his case in order to give it accuracy. Go die alone.
I can see why you shipped in now.
I'm sorry! I love them! They're so great! They're so funny, Rina! It only gets better in the next few videos, please!
Oh, that was great. It was real funny. I want them to fight.
They do. Constantly. It's great.
Why drag this out? He already confessed. Don't tell me you're like Veronica and want to pick apart David's brain or something. Evidence.
That's certainly one good reason to keep discussing.
Better than nothing, I guess.
No, because the more I know about various methods to commit murder, the better I can solve trials in the future. Do you all have no sense of practicality? You're not curious in the slightest about how David killed her? You don't think that knowledge is useful?
Well...
The murder seems rather straightforward, doesn't it? He hung her.
No.
If I know. He hung her? Just like that? How? Are you really sure you want to know how I killed her? I doubt you'll like it if I told you what I did.
Try me. I'm capable of talking about dissections at the dinner table. Don't try. You underestimate.
Yeah, you have a stronger stomach than I do, honestly.
Yeah, my whole family does. We all don't care.
Valid. I already don't like you. Whatever you say can't possibly lower my opinion of you further. I'll need to kiss. Fair enough. I suppose you could call me Are's murderer, but it's more like I talked her into killing herself.
I don't believe you.
No one believes him.
You what?
She already had a pretty low opinion of herself, and she was looking for validation from me. It was pretty easy to convince her that she should die.
Nah. That's...
Do that!
How could you possibly do that? Ari wanted to change, and you talked her into thinking she couldn't.
Who cares?
And why should I care? Actually, to that matter, why should you care? Ari contributed nothing of significant value to my life or yours.
Ay.
She existed as a background character for a few short days, to occasionally interject brief interruptions of bitching, and now she's gone. I'm sorry, I love that he breaks the fourth wall here to talk to the audience with this line. What an ass!
Yeah,
He's so
behavior.
funny. He's such a dick! I appreciate him, he's so fucking funny. Ari had about as much impact on our lives as a temporary weather spell, but no one cries when the sun comes out again. He really is just breaking the fourth wall here to shit on the audience. I'm so sorry, it's funny.
That's not true. There's no possibly way. I can't possibly think like that.
Are we done now? I'm starting to run out of ways to be an annoyance. No, we're not done. You keep changing the topic to avoid addressing how you actually did it, and it's making me suspicious. I told you I made her kill herself. Yet you still have not explained any of the unresolved mysteries surrounding the murder. What are the fish doing at the crime scene?
Thank you.
Oh, right, the fish. I did push her into the pond at some point.
Yeah, right.
Even so.
That in no way explains how the fish from the relaxation room made it into the playground. And why did you push her? Don't say you got into a fight with her, because you just said you willingly talked her into suicide.
Yeah, and also her restraints.
Who cares?
She changed her mind last minute, so I decided to actively kill her. I don't really understand what the big deal about it all is.
You are being full of shit, that's the problem. Teroko, do you think he's lying? He's full of shit.
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Alright, David is acting weird, even considering the fact that he was acting weird to begin with.
I'm starting to think he didn't kill RA at all.
Yeah.
No way!
But that makes no sense. Are you saying he confessed and made up a story of how he killed Ari in such a cruel manner? Knowing that the wrong vote could kill everyone here, including himself? He's full of shit right now, I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Listen to me.
I have no clue why David would lie about murdering RA, but I do know this. 1, he's already proven himself to be a liar, and 2, his story makes no sense.
No sense at all indeed.
Ari was talked into killing herself? Since when has Ari ever been the type to do what others tell her, much less during life and death situations?
Indeed, she was not that fragile.
She doesn't like when anyone tells her what to do, especially men. Much less from someone she was suspicious of to begin with, according to Ace's testimony. Really now.
You're delusional.
First, you don't believe that I didn't kill her. Now you don't believe that I did kill her. You're so inconsistent, it really pisses me off. I already admitted to killing her. Why are you trying to prove me wrong?
To survive?
You're wrong.
Because I'm trying to survive this class trial.
Yep.
You're lying, David. You're lying about everything. I don't think you killed Ari at all.
As if I believe that shit.
God, I love this transition. You got to see 2 different cut-ins for him now.
Confessed to murdering
Me.
RA. Isn't that the point of this trial? To identify who killed her? Why are you so stubborn?
Because I suspect that, for whatever reason, you're trying to mislead us all.
You don't even have any proof that I couldn't be RA's killer. Gosh, Teruko Tawaki.
Oh, but
I
like-
don't hate anyone who isn't you, but dragging everyone down with you by getting us all executed is a low blow, even by your standards.
Projecting much?
Searching for reasons to distrust others, like you always do.
Oi.
I overheard RA and Eden's conversation, so I decided to fake a note to lure her out. When I found out she knew my secret, that sealed the deal. I was unable to convince her to kill herself, so I fought and killed her.
That story makes absolutely no sense. You can't even answer what half of the evidence at the crime scene is for.
Your tendency to distrust others has gone way too far.
Really, who cares about your stupid fish?
I love that line.
Way more damning evidence that points to me. After all, I'm the only one who met with Alright near the place her body was found. And during the time she was killed.
You're out of your element.
Oh, hi, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Huh?
Charles, what is it?
I suspected David to be lying as well, but when I was trying to think of evidence to prove his innocence, I realized something worse.
Worse? That's bad.
What is it now?
Shut up!
Everyone shut up! I need to think! Damn it. Teruko, we really fucked up.
And that is the cliffhanger that Dev left everyone on for over a year.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Now we're gonna watch the MVs, and then I'd like to take a tiny break to get more tea. After we watch the MVs. Hey guys, we're gonna watch Literature Girl Insane, because I know everyone's obsessed with this MV, because there was a whole ARG around it that took everybody about 24 hours to solve, with a handful of pieces that were solved throughout the rest of the year. I was already planning on making Rina watch the MVs. We are not gonna go over the solution to this video in this stream. I will give Rina the references for the solutions later. At another time. Not right now. I just want her to see everything. So before anyone starts blowing me up in chat about, hey, you're not gonna go over those solutions? No, not right now. I'll do it with her later. Anyway, play the thing. Ev got this covered, and it's nuts. And also there's a lot of flashing.
I want my green tea.
Yeah, this song suits him.
Yes, it does. That's a Rickroll. Don't even worry about it.
Phew!
Yeah, this ARG was hell. You didn't know that.
Suspicious gaps. Have mercy.
So all the hands are 3 different characters.
Woo! Whew. This is so much. This is so much.
I told you, it took us over 24 hours just to get the original fucking solution. Not to do all the points, which all the points are in the description. I'll show them to you in a minute.
Translation needed.
Yeah, the wingdings is a Rickroll. I'm still... I shake Dev for putting that in there, that was so funny.
The wingdings are a Rickroll?
Yes, they are a Rickroll. At the very start, the wingdings are a Rickroll. So, you can scroll down while he's screaming, because nothing else shows on the screen. I need you to look at the description. Scroll all the way down. All the numbers that showed up in the MV are in here. These were the hints we had to go on for the footnotes. And then there were 2 sets of numbers in the MV that each assigned to a character. Kariko is number 13 on both sides, if I recall correctly. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole solution. But basically, the solution led to a page where you had to complete the URL in order for it to generate the photo that it was hiding there. And it is David holding Xander's jacket, and there is some of his internal thoughts under it. But yeah, but you only get to that solution through Terraco's points.
That sounds a lot of fun.
It was so much, and Dev released this 8 months after the other episode. So almost a whole year of hiatus, and this is what Dev drops. And Dev's like, "Here's something to do while I and then of course the fans solve it in 24 hours because it's David. They drop a David MV, and of course all the David fans get on this and then solve it in 24 hours. And even Dev and Gen were like, "Wow, okay, yeah, y'all figured it out. Congrats." Anyway, play the next MV, and then I want to take a tiny break just for more tea. So,
A child?
there's no... Keep watching.
Or is this child's sibling?
Correct! That is Elliot. People call him Ellie or Elliot. Either works. Dev has fantastic taste in music.
Yeah.
This is Elliot. If you look in the description, it says Elliot Kubeis. Dev is very based. Yeah, all the Charles fans lost their minds because now everyone has a canon depiction of Elliot.
I also like this taste of music.
Yeah, it is very different from the fan interpretations of Elliot. Yeah, that's what Sam's icon is, actually. It's a shot from this MV.
He's also so pretty. Why are there
Yeah,
two
Dev's
characters?
resting right now.
Why are there two characters who look like my type?
You know. And it's funny, they're both siblings.
Yeah.
One of them's dead. Anyway, if you scroll down into the, we're not gonna watch that MV yet. We'll watch that after we finish chapter 2. But if you scroll down and look in the description, it's all the way down. Ellie Cuveus. That's the proof that that's his brother and not Charles. Because Dev didn't add that in there until after someone guessed. Kuro guessed it right, and a handful of other people did, and then Dev added it in there that it was Elliot and not Charles. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get tea. Let's have a little break, and then we'll go into episode 12.
Yee. Alrighty. It is time for more tea.
Gotta wait for Gilded to settle, I think. I think Rina is on BRB, because I do not hear her. So I'm gonna assume she also got up and walked away.
Oh, I hear things.
Anyway, yeah, take y'all's little stretches. Starting in a moment.
Gibbos.
I needed more tea. And I got it.
Hello.
Hello! I am here and ready when you are.
Just snacking on something?
Good. So I want to try and get through 2 more videos today if possible.
We'll manage that.
Okay, cool. Even 3 would be good, but 2 is enough, I think. I think there's only 16 in this chapter.
Yep,
Think.
though I think the next one is like 40, the one after... the 14th
After
one
this
is
one
like...
is 40-something.
The 14th is like 40 minutes. That's a bit much.
Alright. Just as long as we get everything done today and next Sunday, it's fine.
Damn it.
Apparently Barnes sent me memes. I will look at them in a moment. I don't have Discord open, my guy, I'm sorry.
Tarako, we really fucked up.
Huh?
Whoa!
What's wrong?
This whole trial, we've been going down the wrong path. By not looking at evidence. What is it? What's the matter?
Think about it this way.
The evidence against David. In fact, our entire line of reasoning hinges on the fact that RA must have been killed around 7:30 PM last night.
Yes?
It seems that.
But the primary reason we believe the murder occurred at that time is because of the fish found at the crime scene. From that, Tarako concluded that since the killer accessed the relaxation room for water, the murder couldn't have occurred during nighttime. So unless I'm missing something, some other piece of evidence that explains it. Why couldn't the killer simply have taken the water during daytime and stored it for later use? Truly,
We
yeah.
do have jugs.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
What a pain.
In other words, we're completely wrong about the time of the murder, or I could have very much been killed at night. Fishy.
That's completely right. I made a mistake.
No chance.
But the killer let out RA with a note specifically set to meet them at 7:30 PM, right? It doesn't say.
That doesn't prove anything.
Wait, that doesn't mean the murder 100% didn't happen later evening. It only means that she could have also been killed later.
No, RA was murdered in the morning. She must have been. Something so obvious. How did I overlook it? Why didn't I realize?
Huh?
I'm so stupid.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I was the first person to see RA's body. When I found her...
Swinging.
That's...
Her body was swinging back and forth. But the fans are on, Tarako. Even accounting for the fans, if her body was swinging like that, it must have meant she was moved fairly recently.
Perhaps.
Was she like that when you found her? As I was not the first person to enter the crime scene, I thought that movement was caused by the disturbance of those who entered before me.
Only the first group of people who discovered the body have noticed that. Me, Wit, and Eden.
I'm sorry for not noticing it. To be honest, I was upset at the time. I didn't want to show it, but I was pretty upset, understandably.
I was busy helping Eden. My B.
And Terako, your excuses?
I don't have one. I just didn't notice.
Oh, great.
In other words, RA died at 7:30 AM. Lou, you led us all astray by claiming otherwise.
What a bother.
And now we all have to backtrack. We must discard any conclusions we had drawn from everyone's alibis or lack thereof. In addition, we would have to rethink the sequence of events surrounding RA's murder quite a bit.
That's kind of a big mistake, isn't it?
Fuck, hold on. Come on, Veronica. I suppose we all did believe that assumption of yours, Terako?
Now don't just all blame it on Terako.
This seems to be a going trend that when something goes wrong, people blame Terako, or they target Terako, and I'm like, leave my woman alone!
Did you mislead the trial by accident, or did you do it on purpose? Either way, that mistake of yours is costly.
None of you wanted to talk about the evidence or anything either, so...
I know! Which, fun fact, people tried to solve the trial during hiatus when they had no evidence, saying, no, there's more than enough evidence to be able to convict X character. I'm like, no, there's not! We have nothing! So, like, the theorists were, like, going based off of stuff up to episode 11, being like, yeah, I totally know who the killer is. And everyone was wrong! Because they didn't wait for evidence. And the thing is, Kuro had a suspicion that it was a certain character, and then ended up being right. And me too, but I'm not gonna say who I thought. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Not really.
I made a mistake, a stupid one, and because of that, I messed up the trial.
But I'll fix my mistake.
Yeah. I'll think more carefully from now on and solve this case. That's all.
Pathetic.
Wow, did commandeering the last trial feed your ego too much? After a whole hour of correcting other people, you probably ended up thinking that you were too smart for your own good.
How about you start contributing to stuff?
No. I'm so embarrassed on your behalf. You're not supposed to make mistakes, Terako.
Stop that!
As she has apologized, it's only fair that we should not linger on this much longer. The most productive thing to do is continue moving forward. Indeed.
I don't know, King. That one person was really suspicious to me, so I always thought it was that person. Anyway.
Wait a second. If Ari died so recently, like you're suggesting, shouldn't there be other cues that hint towards the time of death? Like, her body should still be warm. And like, how stiff her body is and stuff, but no one really checked that, did they? Although, if water was used in the murder, it's possible that her body was drenched in water at some point and then quickly dried off by the fans.
Which would make her colder. Thinking, Jay.
In that case, the evaporation would have quickly leached off her corpse of heat. Okay, never mind. I answered my own question. The hell? Are you saying that water evaporating makes stuff colder? Of course.
How stupid
Ace. I love that line, and I also love the text here from him too. It's equally as good.
You're an athlete who doesn't know how sweat works?
I'm sorry, that's great.
It seems that there are still gaps in my knowledge. The range of human stupidity is far greater than I previously thought.
Thank you, Charles, for that.
Counterpoint. The doctor looked at the body. What were you doing, Arturo? You complain about Terako forcing us to backtrack, but isn't this kind of your fault?
That's true.
Indeed, in the last trial, his autopsy failed us as well. Either he is hiding something from us, or his medical skills aren't as good as he claims.
I mean, it's not his specialty, but... Come on! Has none of you watched mystery shows? Crime shows?
You shut your whore mouth!
Whore mouth.
What do you know?
Over and over, how many times will you insult my practice? I am a plastic surgeon. Do you understand? Not a paramedic, not a coroner.
So what?
Yeah, but a plastic surgeon should still know how to autopsy, dipshit.
No.
How dare you?
How old do you think the average surgeon is? Fresh out of high school? No! The rest of them are already in their 40s, having wasted away their youth. I'm 18 goddamn years old!
What a weird
He's actually a little... He's actually a little older than this because of something that Rose said in the prologue, that it may be a few years since they were put in here. But yeah, he's young.
He should have watched...
You all are
He should have watched more Detective Conan or whatever other crime shows.
God. You all are so presumptive, acting as if you know anything about medicine. You know nothing. A lot of people thought he was one of the oldest characters, yeah, but he's not. If anything, I think he's one of the babies on cast, which actually makes sense for how immature he is.
Yeah.
So, it's really funny. You simply assume that there's something out there that all doctors should know that I don't. I started studying medicine when I was 12. 12! All that amounts to is 6 years of medical training, and yet you all expect me to have the same amount of knowledge as a doctor twice my age! Do you understand how incredible it is that someone as young as me, with this little training, can be one of the top plastic surgeons in the country?
He demands respect.
Yeah. Absolutely not, because you're feeble-minded scum that understand nothing! I was only able to get this far in such a short amount of time because I specialized in plastic surgery and nothing else! I neglected everything that wasn't immediately relevant to my goals!
Makes sense.
You can mockingly say I studied the bare minimum if you want, but in the end, I'm the best of the best, and quite frankly, you all should be awed at my skill! I do like him a lot, like after part 2. I apologize.
This is so much fun.
Oh, what an adorable reaction to having the only thing you're good at insulted.
Adorable reaction.
Do me a favor.
I would very much prefer it if we kept our discussions relevant to the murder. If you find yourself needing to vent your anger, you are free to increase the number of dents in the wall of the computer lab.
Rig.
Jeez, you trip and faceplant into the wall once, and this guy will never let you forget it.
You have a hard head there, Wit. Isn't that destruction of property?
I let it slide because it was funny.
Understandable. Does anyone else here have any other counterpoints against RA dying at 7:30 AM?
Moving on.
If RA died shortly before her body was found, then we conclude that the murder must have happened between 7:30 AM and 30 AM. 8 AM, man.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Are you saying the Blacken could have committed murder in such a short time? That doesn't seem right.
Think about it this way.
The murder itself happened during that time, but gathering materials and setting up any mechanisms used for that murder is a separate matter. It's entirely possible that the killer made the necessary preparations at a different time. Premeditated murder. Most likely, they would have done so during nighttime, since at night there's a much smaller chance of someone walking in on you.
Thing is...
That being said, we need to rethink alibis.
The problem with that is...
From nighttime to early in the morning, it's totally possible that none of us even have alibis.
Most of us wake up at 8 AM. As early as 7:30 we would all still be asleep. Yeah, I was definitely asleep at that time.
I don't have an alibi in the morning, neither does Charles.
Do none of us have alibis during the time of the murder?
I mean... Actually... I have an alibi, as does David.
David? Oh, shit.
I went to breakfast super early because I was trying to shake off Arturo. David was in the cafeteria as well at that time. Oh, yeah, and Veronica was there too, I guess.
That strikes off 4 people.
It makes me a little sad that I was the last person you remembered. Am I a side character to you? But yes, Jay, David, and I were all having an early breakfast around 7:30 AM. None of us could have possibly been the murderer.
Whoops. Gosh, I really should have skipped breakfast that day. Waking up early isn't even fun, you know?
Why did you do that, though?
And no one appreciates the effort I put into making myself look like a competent human being who has his shit together. God,
see.
me! This line is me!
It's for appearance.
David? Without a doubt, you lied about being Ari's murderer, especially now that we know that you're one of the few people who couldn't have murdered her.
Really now?
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose it's within the realm of possibility that I've been completely lying about everything for the past 2 hours.
Jeez.
I love him. He's so fucking funny, dude.
Troublemaker. Dude, what the fuck? Why would you lie and make us think you killed Ari? You do know that an incorrect vote will get everyone killed, right? That includes you.
Maybe that was his goal.
Yeah, maybe he does not care.
David, why?
If I tried to explain why, would you even believe me? After all, everyone thinks I'm some sort of compulsive liar now. Also, this was a theory that Kuro said pretty early, that everyone was saying that David definitely killed Ra and wasn't lying, but hello! He stopped fighting because he knew nobody would fucking believe him if he tried to defend himself. So he lied out his ass so that Terako and Charles could pick through his statements and prove his innocence.
Yeah,
The man's a smart. Anyway.
It also felt very unlikely to me, even just based on how it was framed.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't give me that crap. Terako has already apologized for misleading the trial by accident. And she's Terako, of all people.
I'm Terako, of all people? Harsh.
So don't think you can weasel out of an explanation for misleading the trial on purpose.
Even so.
Besides, to try and get everyone killed, yourself included, I'm sure you must have a remarkably interesting motivation. So please, do tell me. Oh, and don't say something as boring as, I want to kill myself. I have no interest in such mundane reasons.
Please, I'm an extremely interesting person, full of joyous zest for life. Sorry, I fucking love this line too.
The truth is, I killed Ra.
No.
I'm gonna shake him! He's such a shit! I love him.
We're already past that! Stop messing around!
Just a little joke.
No.
It's true that I didn't kill Ra, nor was I planning to. I only said whatever was necessary to make you all think that I did. Hell, I didn't even think to take the blame for her death until halfway through this trial. If I knew it was going to come to this, I would have actually tried looking at the crime scene.
Man.
Even so, lying about all that wasn't easy. Even I like to have good relations with others, however fake they might be, and I had to throw that all away. I know that no one will ever trust me, believe in me, or look up to me again after this.
I believe a part of you believes that that is freeing.
But doing good things requires sacrifice. Sometimes that sacrifice is being seen as a good person. That's what I learned from Xander. Even if doing something will make you hated, if that action is for the greater good, then it's an action that you have to take.
Interesting?
Xander is a good person. He's the only person I've ever known. He's the only good person I've ever known. I swear I'll follow in his footsteps and...
Try to kill Terako?
Get everyone killed in the class trial? Xander is a good person? Are you hearing yourself right now? What virtuous reason could he possibly have for trying to kill me and everyone else here?
I'm sure he had a good reason. I believe that he did. Xander is not the kind of person to do anything for frivolous purposes.
You believe that he had a good reason? Based on what? The 3 days you spent with a fan who was too infatuated with the ideal of you to treat you like an actual human?
I love them. I love them, they're so great. They're both coping with Xander's loss in completely different ways and at each other's throats to deal with it, and it's great. Thank you, Dev. That's my type of food. I love it. Whoa, let's all take a few deep breaths. No need to yell. Look at you, Teriko, trying to pass judgment on Xander as if you knew him at all. You didn't even know him well enough to tell when he was trying to stab you.
Gee.
You're delusional.
You and everyone else listening, I do so kindly request that you pretty please stop talking about Xander at all as if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It pisses me off to no end.
You started it.
I did. He's being a bitch. I love Xantarovid. What a great ship. After all, it's still unbelievable to me that I'm the only person here who remembered him. Even if you all lost a year of memories for this killing game, there's no reason you shouldn't have recognized who he was.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Indeed.
You piss me off.
Why should I explain myself? He's dead. Isn't that good enough for you? Don't try and pretend like you fucking care. You fucking care about him at all. Exactly what kind of good deed were you trying to perform by pretending to be RA's killer?
Good question. By getting everyone killed, apparently.
Is there something in your life that you value more than the lives of 16 people?
No.
What? I believe I was clear enough. 15 lives. Some of them are very dear to you. And your own life as well. Is there anything at all that could be more important to you than those 16 human lives? That's...
Oh, fucking course not! What kind of question is that? No one should ever any reason to let 16 people die. Ay, ay, ay.
I see. If your answer to that question is no, then we'll never understand each other.
Ay, 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 ay.
So there's no point in me trying to explain why I do the things that I do.
Man.
The thing is, Teriko didn't answer. They did. David, you're avoiding the question and you know it. Answer me. Why are you doing this? I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
I'm so sorry.
One last chance? Then what? You kill me? Oh gosh, I'm so scared. Please spare me.
Jeez. She's so unimpressed.
Ugh, tough crowd. Ugh, fucking fine. You want an answer so badly? Any answer?
The real answer would be nice.
We're in a television show after all. That's what Mono TV said, right? Entertainment is an ongoing show. If Min successfully got away with the very first murder and escaped while we all died, then isn't that way less interesting for a TV show?
You're trying to ruin it?
Yes. What's the point of roping 14 other people into one murder only to kill them off immediately? The killer is supposed to fail and be executed. We're all supposed to catch the killer again and again and participate in trial after trial. You're supposed to try and survive.
So you're being a contrarian by making the opposite happen.
All of you who are trying to solve the class trials to continue living on are playing straight into Mono TV's hands. As if I'll accept that. I don't care how low I'll sink, or how despicable I'll have to become. I'll do anything to carry on Xander's ideals by ending this killing game, even if it means that I have to dirty my hands.
Sure would be nice to know what Xander's deal actually was when he tried to stab Terracol.
That's...
Unacceptable! What on earth is your problem? I have had it up to here with you! Because this killing game requires us to live, you think you should just reject that notion and kill us all? You lied to me, manipulated everyone, and tried to make us all commit mass suicide! You really are the lowest of human beings. You have no right to decide whether any of us live or die, all because you feel like you have no chance! If you're so bent on dying here, then die! But don't you dare try to make everyone else die with you! If we decide to continue living, then we will! It is not, and never will be your decision as to what happens with our lives!
Wow, who can be scary?
I'm sorry to everyone else, but I've lost my patience. I won't apologize to David.
You bitch!
You're the one who keeps trying to make the rest of us have our drama outside of the trial, hypocrite.
Get off your high horse.
Great line, especially aimed at Ace.
Yeah, not like you've ever lost your cool, Ace. You're a grenade launcher in a glass house. Enough of this nonsense. We're wasting time. What did I learn from the last few minutes other than the fact that everyone here hates each other? That is obvious to anyone with ears and eyes. He's not wrong. These people have so much drama in the class trial. You will all move on and discuss the case again.
Get it?
Hey, you could say those fish were a red herring.
Oh, god damn it, Wit! Why does everything you say have to be made into some stupid, shitty joke? You're actually really fucking annoying! Shut the fuck up! I hate Witvid, by the way. I like that David beats his ass, though. It's funny.
I got really distracted. What were we talking about again?
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh, I think we were talking about alibis.
We still haven't talked about evidence.
Right, that's what we were initially discussing. More specifically, the problem is that if the murder took place in the morning, then very few people have alibis.
Right, then I'm...
That's just a load of crap.
Totally the murderer. Now that we know that the murder took place in the morning, you can't excuse yourself with your actually I have an alibi bullcrap.
Yes, yes.
What?
Stop that!
Nico does have an alibi. I was having breakfast and tea with them in their room early in the morning as well. Drop it, Ace. You really have been becoming good friends with Nico, it seems.
Why do I keep getting interrupted?
Does anyone else have an alibi? Anyone who could conclusively confirm that they couldn't have committed the murder from 7:30 to 8 AM?
Not me. I was asleep in my room as usual.
What a pain.
That's annoying. In that case, Arturo, you no longer have an excuse. Once again, you're in the perfect position to have killed Are. Hey.
Why me?
This again! Is it possible that the killer tried to confuse us all on the time of the murder to create a false alibi?
Could
Is
be.
it possible that...
In that case, we should be suspicious of the people who do have an alibi in the evening, but not in the morning.
I disagree.
That's another assumption that would lead us astray. Forget that thought. Why? We're only guessing that the killer created a false alibi to their benefit. It's still entirely possible that it was just coincidence that we mistook the murder as taking place at a different time. The killer might not have cared as much as we do. At as early a time as 7:30 a.m. in the morning, no one should have an alibi. Actually, it's strange that some people have an alibi at all, but I suppose some people get like an early breakfast.
I am not simply dismissing the idea that the killer intentionally falsified the time of the murder.
I'm not dismissing it. But it's far more dangerous to dramatically narrow down our suspect pool based on speculative evidence, especially when we barely understand the murder at this moment in time. Thank you. We have no evidence. In other words, we can't currently consider Levi's idea as evidence unless we have proof. You're so valid, Cat. I see.
I apologize.
I'm sorry, I haven't been very helpful in this trial at all.
I mean, most people haven't.
Other than Jay, Veronica, David, Nico, and who, no one has alibis. It's too hard to tell who the murderer is.
Yeah.
How else could we narrow it down?
Evidence?
I'm all out of clues. What do we talk about now?
The way R.A. died?
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's normally the first thing one would think about.
I must apologize again for being unhelpful.
Huh? Why?
You were all upset with David for misleading the trial, and now I am about to do the same thing.
Oh?
Oh.
Seriously?
What are you saying? If you're intentionally derailing the trial, then obviously don't do it!
I mean, if it's...
Secret that Ray received. You're a murderer, and you hold no remorse. That's my secret.
Oha. Dropping
I love
a
Levi.
bombshell on us.
Next episode! Next episode! Next episode's really good! I love Levi, he's great.
Drinky drinky.
Twink, twink, twink.
A lot more people love Levi after part 2, honestly. From what I noticed. I guess he feels more of a full character now.
The secret that Ray received. You're a murderer, and you hold no remorse. That's my secret.
What the fuck?
You.
My.
Oh my, how unexpected.
What are you saying?
Huh? You killed someone? I mean, there are valid let's not say valid, but there are understandable motives for killing someone. You know, like self-defense.
I didn't expect that.
That's whack.
That's super whack, dude.
Why?
You're a murderer?
If you were wondering, it's not in my legal records. The court struck it from the records.
No shit. There's no way Hopespeak would have scouted a murderer.
I'll make the mistake of switching cause and effect.
Care to explain yourself?
Well,
At the time, I was confronted by 3 guys who tried to start a fight with me. I believe they were some old enemies.
Enemies?
I killed their leader first, which may have been justifiable, self-defense, but then I tracked down his 2 remaining friends several days later and beat them to death.
Ooh.
The hell?
Old enemies? Leader? Were you in the freaking mafia or something?
No.
In a gang? Are you not going to elaborate?
to be completely honest.
I don't particularly think I need to elaborate. After all, that happened in the past and has nothing to do with RA.
So you just wanted to get it off your chest?
Who did you even kill?
Well...
They were 3 guys, a few years older than me. I don't remember their names or who they were. I was a bit of a delinquent when I was younger, so they could have held a grudge against me for any reason. Maybe I smashed their windows and robbed them, or wait, maybe something to do with that car I blew up once?
You have had an interesting life.
That's kind of a lot to admit all of a sudden.
I've forgotten most of the details, as I haven't thought much about it since I was cleared of my charges. Sorry, I can't really remember why that happened. He is so unserious! How could you forget something so important? You can't even be bothered to remember their names? Did you not care that you killed 3 people?
Could it be?
You say that your backstory and secret aren't relevant to this trial, but they are. The second part of your secret that you felt no remorse for killing people. If you don't care about murder, then you'd have a much easier time killing than anyone else here.
That is true, however,
You may even be unbothered by the fact that passing the trial would mean everyone else's execution. After all, you seem completely detached while admitting not only to murdering 3 people, but also several other crimes as well.
delinquent things.
Almost as if you don't care about any of this. At least not from a moral standpoint, that is.
That's true.
I won't deny it, that is indeed how I feel.
Yeah, one sick bastard. What could you possibly say in your defense?
That incident happened when I was in my junior year of high school. My junior year was also the year that Hope's Peak scouted me as the ultimate personal stylist.
Huh.
To my understanding, it would have reflected poorly on Hope's Peak to recruit a murderer, so they pressured the court into not pressing charges.
I see. Hope's Peak is still something.
Hang on. We'll get to that in a second, Sam.
Now that I've thought about it a little more, my motive secret may not be referring to those guys. It could be referring to the time I murdered my father.
How much more do you have?
Patricide!
Wait, you what?
It's quite difficult to tell what these motive secrets truly mean because they're all phrased so vaguely. It's a bit of a bother. He literally is so unserious. Love Levi.
No, fuck that noise. Go back. The hell you mean you fucking killed your dad?
He's kind of fucking funny, yeah. Correct. I simply forgot about it up until now. That would make 4 people in total that I've killed. Not 3, I think. Real I don't give a fucker. Yes, correct. He's winning the I don't give a fuck wars. How could you simply forget that you murdered your own family member?
If you said you killed him because you just didn't like him, I could understand that. But you're saying you forgot about taking a life.
Well,
it wasn't that important. Not even the police cared about a man like him, so nothing came of it. I truly just forgot.
Wow.
to be completely honest.
Frankly speaking, I have no reason to remain hung up over some incident that is long past, especially as it ultimately had no impact on my life.
But why are you coming clean now?
You forgot about all the things you did simply because you didn't face any consequences? That's incredibly selfish. Shouldn't you feel even a little bit bad? Those were human lives you took. I don't understand what happened with your own family, so I can't pretend to understand why you killed.
How cruel.
But even then, I'm sure those other people had families and friends who cried over their deaths. Ugh.
I wonder if I should really tell you the truth, or if it's best to keep it to myself. I don't know how you will all see me after this. I mean, buddy, you just told them you killed 4 people and don't care.
Yeah.
It can't get much worse, if I'm honest. You've already admitted to murdering 4 people. If you insist on not being completely honest with a secret this bad, then you're going to be the next one on the chopping block. Out with it.
You.
It's not really that I don't care about killing people. Rather, it's more accurate to say that I don't care about people at all. He's got mental illness. I'm sorry, I really do love him, but like I wanted to make that joke. But yeah, fandom thinks he has I believe Sam said it was ASPD, or like no attachment to other people whatsoever. No ability to form attachment to other people.
I
So
think I know about that.
yeah. Anyway. No matter how much I hear about such things like empathy or compassion or love, none of those concepts resonate with me. Are those emotions really universal? The idea that people naturally care about others is a completely foreign concept to me. Again, he's winning the I don't give a fuck horse.
What are you saying?
Judging by your reaction, I suppose that's a bad thing, but I wouldn't understand why. Antisocial personality disorder. Yeah. On the other side of this planet, there's a person who's suffering. Maybe they're even drawing their last breath. None of you care, do you? Why would you? They're a stranger, after all. You don't know them. Their life holds no consequence for you. For me, everyone I've ever known is that distant stranger. It doesn't matter how long I've known you, how much we've done for each other, or even if you were my own father. You're still a stranger to me. And if tomorrow it turned out you had all passed away, I'd care as much as if we had never met.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't understand.
But you're a good person. Why are you saying these things when it's clearly not true? You're so kind to everyone. You're always helping others out, even when it would be easier not to.
Probably.
He's feeling it out. He's mimicking people around him.
Social conditioning too, possibly.
That time Ace almost died, you kept trying to help him, even if he always pushed you away. Isn't that what a good person does?
In all honesty, I don't personally care what happens to Ace. Whether he lives or dies is none of my concern in the end. But it is a good thing to make sure that someone else doesn't die, even if I personally do not care about the outcome.
Ah, yeah, that does sound like moral conditioning.
I truly believe that, but I adhere to the principle out of duty, not sentimentality. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
You. You fucking piece of shit. I was right all along. That you felt bad for me, that you actually wanted to help me. And even if everyone here's treated me like shit, there was at least one person who still cared about me.
Oh, you're taking this personal.
Yeah, he is. You'll see why in a second.
That shit's too good to be true, isn't it? Yeah, good thing I didn't fall for that in the slightest, not one bit. I was totally right all along to burn our friendship. No, I can't even call it friendship. There's only one person in my whole life who I've been able to call my friend. That I ever thought, even just for a short time, that you and I were friends is an insult to his memory.
Well, at least you had one friend. Past tense.
Friend.
I probably sound real pathetic admitting that, but I'm not nearly as pathetic as you. After all, you're a piece of trash who probably never had a single friend in your life. Got nothing more to say to me now? That's fine. Hey, Levi. I really hope you fucking die.
I understand.
I understand now. You're quite the interesting person, Levi. From what I've seen of you so far, your personality has been awfully inconsistent. It's like you don't know how to act. Trying to act like a good person without any intuitive sense of what's good or bad is hard, right? For someone like you, who lacks compassion, it must be quite difficult to pretend to be nice.
I like these two together. I think they work. Even though he could never reciprocate any feelings.
You're always guessing as to what a normal human would do in your situation. You're so awkward in social settings because you can't tell what other people want. You act like a big pushover because if you go the other direction and stand up for yourself, you won't know where to stop.
Makes sense, I like this concept a lot.
You offer to do things for others because you've observed that good people help others, and you parrot noble assurances without understanding why. Such things like that, not only are you trying to act without a script, but you don't even understand the story, and you slip up constantly.
That's true.
You explained it better than I could. You really have an intuitive understanding of other people, Veronica. That's a trait I envy. Anyway, I think these two should hang out more. Yeah, I see it. It would be beneficial if I was a good person. Then people would trust me and not pick fights with me anymore. And they'd do things for me because they liked me. Yeah, so he so like he doesn't get it, but also like this is not the way to go about it, but what else is he gonna do? He doesn't understand it.
It's better than just doing whatever he wanted and hurting people.
Yeah. Like, he's still using people, but he doesn't understand that that's bad. So yeah, like, I get it. If I was a good person, then I wouldn't have to live a life full of violence anymore. I did everything so that I could have a better life. Okay, Veronica's not that malicious. People really mischaracterize her a lot. She's more just interested in psychoanalyzing others and like trying to figure out how they tick. And then also applying that to the horror genre. I don't think she actually cares like about like murder, like other people murdering each other. Like if she's part of a class trial, she's interested in that, but like she wants to be entertained.
Yeah,
and I think her picking his brain would be entertaining enough because it's such a different way of thinking.
Yeah, I don't think she would manipulate or tell someone to murder someone, but she probably also wouldn't exactly make Levi a better person.
Stop them. She wouldn't stop them, and she would make them worse. Yes, these are both correct statements.
Yeah.
She just keep poking because she's bored. Anyway, after listening to David, I conclude that a good person would also be honest, even if the truth makes them look bad.
You're taking advice from David, Olaf. Of all people, look at this asshole.
I'm not saying she's against murder. What I'm saying is, I don't think she'd go out of her way to get involved unless she thought it was really entertaining, and I think she would be more entertained picking his brain than immediately nudging him to go try and murder someone. I think she'd be more interested in other things instead of that option. I don't think it's a high enough option on her totem pole. That is what I mean. Anyway. Try looking in a mirror before you talk, Ace.
What do you mean?
I thought David was a prime example of a good person, is he not?
Levi.
Oh, you really don't understand people at all, do you? I don't want to distract you all from this case any further, so I apologize for this tangent.
You piss me off!
Man, that was really quite something.
You piece of shit, I can't believe there used to be a time I actually liked you.
Wow.
Speaking of this case, isn't there an argument to be made that Levi killed her?
I don't think so. Not much more than anything else. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Get off your high horse.
We're not jumping to anything, we're just talking. Cut your stupid argument, moderator crap. Stop modding. But from all I've heard so far, if I'm understanding it right, Levi would totally kill Ari and not feel bad, nor even care about the rest of us getting executed. But does Levi have a reason to kill Ari?
Not in my opinion, he doesn't.
Because, like, even if he doesn't feel anything for others, I mean, you don't go out of your way to kill, like, whatever you don't care about, yeah?
Yeah.
Ari had Levi's secret too, right? What about that?
Levi, did Ari ever talk to you about your secret?
No, she did not. After David made the proposal to share secrets, I kept waiting for someone to talk to me about it. But strangely enough, no one ever did. I mean, considering what your secret was, do you blame them?
Yeah, I think Ari was smart enough to not risk it.
It was just like, no.
Awesome blackmail material, but also, what the fuck? That sounds about right. I mean, who the hell would waltz up to a murderer and ask them about murdering unless they had a death wish?
Yeah, most rational people probably would not fuck with it.
But that doesn't mean that Levi isn't still suspicious for all the other reasons we've outlined so far.
Do you have anything to say about that, Levi?
That's correct.
I admit that I do not have an alibi, nor any evidence to prove my innocence. Again, my apologies. Even if this was a poor time for me to bring up my past, I do not regret it.
I mean, technically it is good to know TM for everyone.
I don't have any evidence to prove that you are Ari's murderer either, though.
Yeah.
That doesn't really mean anything, besides his secret.
You're wrong.
His secret doesn't matter, not anymore at least. I originally thought that learning everyone's secrets would be a clue to the murderer's motivation.
But that is also just an assumption.
But because of David's actions, I realized that motives alone are not concrete evidence.
Even so.
She's basically saying, we wasted our fucking time on these.
Yeah.
Even if you know someone's secret, you still don't know enough about them to be able to understand their actions. Especially if their actions are something as ridiculous as impulsively pretending to be the murderer to get everyone killed. I feel a sneeze coming on.
Gee.
To go back to focusing on this trial, we should move on.
Pardon me.
1 second, please. I apologize in advance for the additional interruption.
Oh boy.
After hearing Levi share a secret that is so damaging to his reputation, it would be wrong of me to remain silent. I see.
It's unfortunate.
I've been quite selfish this whole time, keeping my secret because I didn't want you all to think less of me. So we're having a secret revelation group meeting now. Most of all, I wanted to lie to myself and pretend that I had no ties to the person that I used to be. I wanted to believe that the past never happened. But that's just self-centered. I've always been a selfish person, haven't I? I should put those feelings aside and do what is right. No, I should have done this from the start. I will share my secret as long as you all promise to immediately move on. Okay then. I mean, I cannot promise that the others will do so. I have Veronica's secret and she has mine. Oh. I see. You only took on your talent to distract. Ah, yeah. I knew that she had something related to self-harm or suicide, the way she worded one thing.
It's the way she talks, and also, like, she always wears long sleeves.
These two.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Samantha. They're fictional characters. People can do what they want. Not real people.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I care about in fiction is if it's entertaining me or not.
Yeah, like, obviously certain things trigger me, but, like, I'm fine with, like, you know, toxic ship dynamics where, like, they're just a little not good for each other. Like, fuck, I like Terravid. You think that's a healthy ship? Absolutely not. I like Zan Terravid. Do you think that's healthy too? No. They're all a special brand of bad for each other. Of course, me liking Veronica with Levi isn't the most healthy either. Like, if you look at this entire cast and consider the fact that, Dev has even admitted that they like writing shitty characters, it kind of doesn't matter who you pair who with. Do I have several no TPs on the cast? Yes. Am I gonna make anyone feel bad for liking that ship because I don't like it? No. I'll just block them. It's easier. Like, sorry. Like, I just don't care about that shit. I am a working adult. I have other shit to worry about. We're not gonna talk about that topic in chat, King, just because it can be a triggering topic for other people. And I know that not everyone in this chat is an adult, so I don't really want the conversation going that direction. Please don't bring it up. Thanks.
But really, Veronica and Who had very complimentary secrets, huh?
My.
Valid, Barn. That's fine. Your comment was fine, Barn, but we are definitely moving on from the topic, because... Yeah. Sorry, just like, there's too many of you that aren't 18, so I don't really want to dip into that specific kind of topic. So, going forward, please don't make that reference. Especially because I don't think Rina or I want to talk about it on stream either. Kind of disturbing. Anyway. Just so you know, I only agreed to that pact of yours because I have such little interest in both of our secrets. Hold on.
But yeah, Veronica has shown that she has very little interest in, like, suicide and stuff. Her own secret isn't even the worst thing she's done.
Anyway, moving on. That is why I said that, because we've already said in several streams, we don't care if you guys talk about ships or bring up ships, but the moment you guys start bickering about, I don't like this ship or I don't like that ship, we will ban ship talk from the chat. Like, I'm so serious. It's fiction, it's fun, like, we're fucking around, having a good time. Let's focus on that. After all, my own so-called secret isn't even the worst thing I've done. Isn't that so utterly disappointing of this motive?
Very Veronica to care about that. Oh, you guys made a pact? When? Also, why? Move on, please.
What? We're not going to talk about me? So then, if we think about RA...
Ignored.
Bless me. Also, excuse me. Wow, thank you for the support, everyone. I'm sorry, that is one of my favorite news fights, is the fucking sneeze, because it took out so fucking bad the first time he did it. I was like, David, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey.
I have another interruption.
Alright.
Ugh, you piss me off.
Jericho, own up your goddamn secret already. You're the last person to do so.
Oh, that's right. There are only 2 unmatched secrets left. Between Terako and Min.
My family.
This
fucking face. He's obsessed with her, dude! It's crazy! He's so obsessed with her, it's nuts! Anyway.
And with that, you've matched all these secrets! I hope these are correct, because I have no clue if they are! I'm so incompetent! Woohoo!
She's so lying and he so knows it, and they cover each other's ass, and they're great. I love them together. They're terrible for each other. It's good.
I thought one of the other ones would be Terraco's. Where was it?
Rina, did you not hear what I just said? She's lying.
Yeah.
And David knows she's lying. So no, it is not hers. Which Xander and Terracos, and then it's
Wow.
Oh wow, we did it! We finally discovered who has what secret. That means we figured out who Ari's killer is, right? We solved everything and the trial is over now. What a great idea to waste so much trial time over the mass motive secrets.
Get it?
If you're so inclined to complain, Sir Light Pollution, why don't you try and think of some good evidence?
David is unable to shush, Martin. His whole talent is talking.
Light pollution?
No, because he had stars and now he doesn't, and light pollution makes stars disappear, or something.
I see.
Yeah, it's the eye thing. He's commenting on his eyes.
I'm truly impressed by how bad that was.
I've started to detect that this trial is no longer about me. It'd be best if I kept my mouth shut from now on, right?
Probably.
Will he? We don't know.
Most likely not. If David wants to shut up, then let him. When someone's trying to get a rise out of you, you stop giving them attention. Simple as that.
He's an attention whore, though.
Yeah. He likes some self-talk.
He struggles if you don't give him enough of it. That's why he's always bothering Terako, because she gives him attention. Anyway, they're great. If that's settled, then...
Wait, before we move on, I have to know. David, what happened between you and Ari? I know Ace told us a bit of the conversation you two had last night, but what happened afterward?
Why do you care so much? She's dead. Why does it matter?
I know that she's dead, and that she's never coming back. I know that I'll never be able to talk to her ever again. But even then, I have to know that when she was still alive, she was still trying to become a good person. That if she lived, then maybe there'd be a world in which we would both be friends.
You want
if
closure.
If you really say that you lied about making Ari kill herself, then tell me the truth. Tell me that you didn't make her lose hope.
Eden misses her girlfriend, anyway.
Tell me what happened last night between you and Ari.
I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, because that's what Eden would do. And I want to be like her. I need to become a good person. Maybe I misinterpreted the situation. Maybe I'm just reading your actions in bad faith. Is that it, David? David! Say something! If it turns out you're lying about sharing our secrets to manipulate us all. If it turns out your whole inspirational personality was only an act to make you look good. If it turns out you said that I could change, but never actually meant it, then that makes me feel really relieved.
Oh.
Because if all that turns out to be true, then we're the same. I was pissed at you for a bit. For lying about your own secret, selfishly pretending to be a good person, and hurting other people in the process. But then I realized that I have no right to get upset with you, because that's exactly the kind of person I am. I am a manipulative, two-faced bitch. I pretend to be cute so that I can treat others like trash. I only care about myself, and I always hurt others for selfish and stupid reasons. Of course I wanted to change myself. I mean, who really wants to be the bad guy? There's not even anything positive you could say about me. Still, for the longest time, I thought it was stupid to even try. I'm rotten to the core, and I might as well be a different species from saints like you and Eden. A pig never hopes to grow up into a human, because it knows that a metamorphosis like that is impossible. No matter what, I'll never be a good person. And yet, despite all that, David, you... It turns out that you might be a total piece of shit after all. If even a perfect inspirational speaker like you turns out to be an asshole, then there's no such thing as a good person. Like Santa Claus, it's nothing more than a lovely lie for children to believe in. And that makes me relieved, because it means that I'm not too far gone. It's okay that I'll never be a good person, because no one else can be either.
You can just
Even
try to be
Eden.
better, and that's enough. Eden?
I'm sure that even someone as sickeningly sweet as Eden did something to hurt someone else in the past.
Pause.
Even someone like her.
Oh, Rina, I need to point something out. This is not Terraco's flashback that's happening. This is David's flashback.
David's flashback.
Yes. David is the one remembering this, and the one is remembering the conversation with Eden. This is not Terraco's flashback. I just need to point that out. And do you remember the prologue? Remember the very beginning? There was a fork on the table with papers. That's Xander. Why is Eden holding the bloody fork that hurt Xander's eye?
Good question.
I'm leaving that with you to think about it, because we don't have a definitive answer yet, but I want you to think about it. And he hasn't shared this information with the class. Anyway, we're continuing on.
Her must have made a mistake she couldn't take back. No one's perfect, after all.
Ooh.
David, even if you're a bad person, even if I can't look up to you anymore, we can still be friends. You can be my second ever friend, right after Eden. Actually,
They're the
we're
best friends
pretty much
forever.
perfect for each other. We're two manipulative asshats who do a piss poor job of pretending to be good people. So we can look out for each other as two shitty people.
Aww.
And someday in the far off future, maybe the two of us can be a little less shitty.
Barn made a meme with this shot, and I couldn't send it to you last time because it was spoilers for this episode. But anyway, yeah, during the David MV, if you were paying attention, there was also a fork stuck in a clock. Eden's the personification of a clock. The fork is what injured Xander, and there were broken hands on the clock. You notice she's crying in that CG. So, there's a reason I wanted to watch that MV before going into the rest of the trial, because it foreshadows so much of the stuff that it reveals to you in this trial, as well as some other shit. But yeah. He's voicing this line.
Absolutely nothing.
I didn't say anything to her, and she didn't have much to say to me either.
Yeah,
he didn't
sure.
share any of the conversation or his flashback! Ari simply got annoyed with me and left without saying anything else. Nothing else happened between us, I promise.
No one believes you.
Hmm.
And he's also trying to protect the memory of RA. Also, he doesn't feel like he can trust Eden is the other reason he's not fucking telling her anything either.
I'm glad that I can still be sure that he still really did like RA as a friend.
Yeah, he cares a lot about RA and Xander. Very important to him. He misses them both.
You promise? You absolutely promise you didn't say anything to her?
101% I promise. Ace overheard everything and what I told you was all the entire truth. Does that satisfy you?
Oh, that's a relief. That you didn't make her feel bad, I guess. If that's settled, I guess we move on.
Finally.
What are we doing?
I feel like I've been distracted for so long that I don't know how to get back on track.
Fair.
In that case...
It may be best to regain our bearings by reviewing basic facts of the murder once more. We've recently corrected a misconception that RA was killed before nighttime. More likely, RA died in the early morning, killed by a broken neck as a result of hanging.
You know...
Oh, actually, doesn't the setup seem wrong? From that low a height, I'm not sure if RA's neck would have been broken from a mere hanging. Shouldn't her cause of death be strangulation?
Thank you for being smart.
Love Veronica.
I'm starting to realize how long it took for us to actually start talking about her cause of death. Yes!
Yeah.
Audience screaming at the entire cast. Why are we hung up on the motives and the alibis when we haven't talked about the death yet? Yeah. Literally the audience felt the same way about this. Like, why are we doing this? For drama. For hilarity. For awesomeness. Anyway.
Dang, we really got hung up on those secrets, didn't we? I thought you all would be on those for years.
Wait, you didn't help.
Nope, he did not.
Years indeed. Some people had to wait 1 year and...
This is the exact length of the hiatus, Rina. Huh?
It's undeniable that RA has a broken neck. And no other visible injuries.
Are you sure? Maybe you're just incompetent.
I thought we all agreed that RA died of hanging.
I don't agree. For death via hanging to result in a broken neck, you need a longer drop height and for RA to weigh more.
I agree with that.
Veronica on the screen. We love that. Anyway, those are my favorite toxic Yuris.
I realize now why the killer used water from the relaxation room's pond. They filled those jugs up with water and used them to increase Ari's weight.
Ah.
That way, when they hung her, her body would gather enough speed such that the jolting motion when she reached the end of the rope would snap her neck. Those jugs ended up breaking at the handle from the force of the jerk, splashing water and fish everywhere.
I see, and that is also one of the differences between RA's murder and Nico's attempted murder. There were no extra weights, which is probably one of the reasons why the murder on Ace failed.
That, and also Ace was too heavy for the fan.
Well, that's certainly a plausible theory. That alone wouldn't be enough. A few water jugs would only increase her weight by about 15 pounds. The main mechanism through which drop hanging occurs is by having someone jump off a suitably high enough place, such as the noose snaps back and breaks their neck when they fall. I'm not an expert, of course, but my intuition tells me that jumping off the top of the swing set isn't enough to break Ari's neck.
Yep.
Even so.
Just because the noose was tied to the swing set doesn't mean that she actually fell from the swing.
The rope was much longer.
More likely, she fell from the rafters on the ceiling. Should be high enough. That should be a high enough height to break her neck, right?
Good idea.
You would need someone with significant strength in order to do that, though.
In that case, that's what all that extra rope was. It must have been all one long rope initially, right?
Right.
Listen, smart stuff.
Shit.
Oh wait, you're agreeing with me. Yes.
Sometimes Jay does not have enough brain cells, and sometimes they're just a little, they're just on buffering.
Yeah, she was clearly still buffering that.
She was buffering. It was kind of funny.
Wait, then how does any of that work?
What do you mean?
I don't get it.
Rafters are way too high for anyone to get up there normally. In other words, there's no way the killer tied the rope to the rafters and then had Ari fall from there.
There are ways.
So the only other option is that the killer used something like a pulley to hoist her up to the rafters from the ground and then dropped her.
Is there an issue with that?
The way hanging normally works is that the victim is put in a noose with enough slack in the rope that they are unharmed.
The thing is...
It's only when the victim falls from a high location to a low location that the rope becomes tight and the noose strangles them. However, in this scenario, Ari must have been put in the noose from a low location instead, because a high location, the rafters, is inaccessible to the killer.
Yes, it is time for spinny thing.
Anything. Since the killer used drop hanging, the rope needs to be a certain length in order for Ari not to fall so far that she hits the ground.
It's okay, Kat. We had already kind of sussed out that the spinny thing was involved.
Yeah, as a pulley.
During the investigation, so it's fine. This time it is fine.
If the rope was the correct length to begin with, then Ari would already be hanging off the ground when she was put in the noose. If Ari wasn't a willing victim, then it would have been too difficult to get her into a noose that was already high off the ground if she was struggling or was a dead weight. But if the rope was long enough for the noose to touch the ground from the start, then that raises other problems. How do you stop her from hitting the ground if the rope is that long? In drop hanging, the victim's body falls rapidly and then abruptly stops because the rope ran short. The rapid deacceleration jerk is the force that snaps the victim's neck.
Yeah, he sure
knows. That's a good point, Sam. That is a good point. Why does he know that?
In this case, however, the rope can't run short. We're also certain that Ari didn't hit the ground. If she did, then even Arturo would be able to tell that from her corpse.
Yep.
It is not casual knowledge. Excuse me? What do you mean by even me?
How else would you make the victim stop suddenly? It's not like you can grab the rope when she's falling to stop it at the right time. If she's moving at a speed fast enough to snap her neck, I'm sure trying to stop it would shred your hands. Unless you're wearing gloves.
Yep.
Think about it.
You raise a good point, Wit. It's a topic that we have to discuss if we want to get to the bottom of this.
I know, right? Aren't I just so smart? Even surprised myself thinking of this.
Why do you know this info?
There's no evidence that RA hit the ground, so the killer must have somehow stopped her body before that happened.
Do you think it's possible that the killer was working with RA after all?
Nope.
If the killer had that choice, why wouldn't they use a less complex murder method?
Then, did the killer perhaps use some sort of mechanism to hang RA? Like a motor?
Is that even possible? It's not like there's some special machine that you could use to hang someone.
Spinny!
No, that's wrong!
There's something in the playground that could have been used to hang her. The evidence lies in the spinny thing.
The spinny thingy. It's called a carousel, not a spinny thing. A carousel. Did they say something different?
Just read it, Rina.
You know you meant to say carousel, right?
Thank you all for your pedantry. I'll be sure to keep your skills in mind when I need to correct the killer's grammar.
Ah, I see. They were all just reacting to Terako.
Yeah, they're giving her shit. The CG is so cute. Like, look at their little glasses! Ah! She's cute. I love her. I love her so
Teacher
much.
Terako.
Teacher Terako. So in the live chat premiere for this, because this was the thumbnail for this one, one of the old script editors fucking commented in the chat, because only staff was able to comment in chat for these premieres this time, and said, "Oh look, it's the Countess."
The Countess?
I cried laughing because I'm like, why would you call her that? It was something like, the Countess is here to serve cunt, and I'm like, okay! It's so fucking ridiculous, but I kind of have to appreciate it. It was so nuts. I swear members of staff were just taking turns fucking around, like, because they would put some weird shit in the pre-chat per stream, and then people would, screenshot it and then put it on Twitter and be like, what the fuck is going on in pre-chat? Sorry, it's funny.
Having fun, I see.
Yep, they're having a good fucking time, honestly, as they deserve to. Anyway.
If you tied one end of the rope to one of the poles, you could simply rotate the carousel to wind up the rope like a spool of string.
Yee.
That would be faster and easier than hoisting up the body by hand. I get that, but that doesn't fix the problem with how to stop RA's falling body before she hits the floor.
Doggo wit.
To get to this point, you would be using a rope long enough to go from the ground to the ceiling at least twice.
Christ alive, huh? What a statement! I can't over 2 seconds.
Terako,
I love y'all. Y'all are so fucking funny. Christ alive.
Taroko the Huntress with a degree in Cantology. She's Ari's killer because she slayed.
That's fucking perfect. Anyway. You can tie the rope to the carousel at the correct length, which would reduce the length of free rope. Then you can continue winding it up by turning the carousel. Once Ari was high enough, all you have to do is release the carousel and let gravity do its work.
Ari was not having a good time.
No. Rather than unraveling all the rope, it would unwind only until it hit the knot you tied, and the jerk of the force would snap her neck.
I'm doubtful that would work. The carousel is made of smooth metal. If you wound rope around it in the manner you're describing, then it would simply slide off. However, sandpaper stuff was stick to it, yeah.
That's why the killer wrapped the bars of the carousel with tape. For some reason, this tape has a strange sandpaper-like texture, so it has a lot of friction.
Hee. I see.
Now that we've actually discussed the mechanism of murder, I realize that I've seen this murder method before.
Thank you, Taroko.
You have?
That's right, and so have you.
Huh? Huh? Me?
In order to find the truth behind Ari's case, we're going to need to switch gears and talk about a separate murder case.
Yes, Nico's attempted murder case.
That being said...
Explain yourself, Nico.
And that, I think, is where we should stop for today, but I want to showcase the memes Lauren sent me.
Yeah.
You don't have to show all of them, because I think one of them has some not safe for work text, and I'd rather not show that one, but, like, I'm still gonna send it to you so you at least can see it.
Alrighty then.
God, I want Gilded to stop doing what it's doing right now. Thank you. Yes, that is what I want you to do. Thank you, Gilded. Christ alive. Okay. I'm gonna grab the one that was spoiler from last time we did this, because I couldn't show it to you that time, but I will show it to you now. I'm gonna give you that one first. And Gilded's going to cooperate and send the shit that I want it to send, please. Thank you. Now I have to scroll back so much because he sent me so many! Like, the sheer gravity of memes he has sent me. Christ alive. Barnhouse, I appreciate you. Very much. You're so funny.
POV, you beating the uncaring bitch allegations.
Honestly. I'm sorry, the microphone one got me. All of these are just so fucking silly. Oh, I don't know if you'll understand this one, but this one I'm about to send is apparently ReZero related. And it's comparing to David. Why is he like this? Why does... he made two different versions of the same meme. And of course both of them have David, but with two different characters, please. Arn, your ability to pop out memes this quickly is fucking insane.
Yeah.
How do you do this shit? I don't understand how he does it this fast. So this one you might not show.
The last one you sent?
No, this one. The one that I just sent.
That one. I see.
Yeah, you might.
I mean, it's...
you might not show this one, but this one's not as bad. It's still ridiculous, but it's fucking funny.
I must say that facial expression truly is very...
He's such a cat, dude. Also, Barn did one specifically for you. You hit 400 subs.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Ooh, the things that happen during stream.
Yeah. The Pokemon meme, I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate. Okay, and that's all of them. That's all I got for you. Gave me so fucking many. I'm very appreciative, but Jesus Christ. After finishing chapter 2... Okay, so our plan for how we're doing these streams is like we go through as many episodes as we can, then sometimes when Barn sends memes, I show them to the class at the end, or have Rina show them to the class at the end. But yeah, whenever we yeah, Barn's here to meme, understandable. But yeah, whenever we finish chapters and stuff, we do have discussion periods like that. So it depends on how much time we have next week, honestly, but I think it should be fine. Right, Rina?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't actually listen. I'm so focused on the memes.
Oh. You're looking at the memes.
Yes.
Honestly, that's so valid. They're so funny. Yeah, and then we won't do any more DRDT stuff until after it comes off of hiatus. Probably not until after the probably not until after daily life is concluded for you, right? Because I know you like to do these in chunks.
I guess it depends on how long the video is.
Yeah, what I mean is, like, after we finish chapter 2 and we go into and hiatus stops, I'm pretty sure you'd like to wait until daily life's finished, or at least another hiatus hits after a decent chunk of videos are out before we do more. Am I right in assuming that?
Yeah, it would be good if, like, if we had enough videos for, like, at least an hour.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were gonna say. So yeah, expect that, like, we won't be immediately on top of new release DRDT stuff, but, like, we try to do it in chunks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean...
You gonna share the memes with the class? Or are you already doing that?
I am pasting it all over the screen.
Amazing!
Like I did last time, that it's so much.
Don't worry. We still have scheduled videos that are going up for completing SDRA. The thing is, we are done... Okay, so here's Rita, do you want to explain your take on why you haven't touched any other fangins aside from the ones that we've already touched? That we have some new people here who don't quite understand why.
For me, the important thing to really get into a fangin is that enough stuff is already out. So
at least up to completion of chapter 1, right?
Yes, at least.
So, like, potentially, since Eden's Garden has a completion of chapter 1 coming out next month, you said you were going to do it with your sister, though, not me, right?
Eden's Garden, I had made no such stuff, actually.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it with your sister. Maybe I'm misremembering, because I thought you two wanted to do Eden's Garden together. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
It could be that it has been so long that I don't remember anymore, but the only thing I remember saying about wanting to do with my sister in terms of Danganronpa was the after reactions. But that will 100% depend on when I can convince my sister to commit to such a long series.
Yeah, I mean that's 3.5. That's 2.5 chapters worth. That's open.
Yep. That would be
Anyway, yeah.
many
What
streams.
determines Rina's willingness to get into a fangin, whether or not it is popular because it only has a prologue out, that doesn't matter. It needs to at least have a completed chapter 1 for Rina to consider checking it out and doing it. So that's why we only talk about another series, DRTT, and here and DRTA, because those are the ones Rina has seen so far, and we're trying to complete DRDT so she can be up to date with everything. We do have another one that we are going to do later. Not right this second, since the two of us are pretty busy, but it is a completed fangin that is kind of popular. I'm not going to tell you the name yet. I think we could be open to the idea of going to Eden's Garden at some point. I don't know if I want to do it yet, because again, we talked about doing that other one first.
Yeah, it's also important to me to not, like, rush through all the fangins I don't know yet. Because then, I mean, when you do a lot of the same type of media back to back, then it could be that you're feeling a bit burnt out about the type of media, and
that's why we're taking long breaks in between them.
That's why I definitely want to avoid, like, rushing through all fangins. And also,
yeah, I just mean at some point. I don't mean immediately to do.
That's also, but yeah, and there's also other games I like to play sometimes.
Yeah, and you still upload those. I noticed that.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about, like, after we do that one, like, significant time after that one. Are you open to doing Eden's Garden as well?
Absolutely.
Me. Okay. And yeah, we will do Eden's Garden at some point, but we have another one we're doing before that. And it won't be immediately after DRDT, because both of us will be taking a break to focus on a few other things first. But you guys have the another videos to look at in the meantime. It's fine. Have fangin that involves us in it. Have something to watch. You just have to look in the videos tab instead of the live tab. Like, literally, we're at, what, the fucking middle of chapter 3 for public uploads at the moment for SDRA?
Yep. Things will get very interesting now that the body was found.
Yeah, and those are on scheduled uploads for, like, every Friday for, like, the next year, if I remember right from when I was looking at schedules. So yeah, y'all have something to watch. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there are TA extras, but that's... here's the thing, Rina. I would love to actually see you and your sister go through TA, because, like, no one streams TA at all, and even though you have knowledge for it, your sister doesn't, so there would still be blind reactions.
Yep, that's kind of like what I'm hoping for, but either way, I definitely also plan to do, like, reactions to new videos that come out for thereafter. Because I'm like, I want to share my love for this fangin, and if the only thing I can do for that is to abstain from watching the newest videos until I can stream it, then I will do so.
I mean, what you could do is, like, you could get through, like, if chapter 3 is somewhat concluded soon, who knows, you could, like, get through all of that and then poke your sister and be like, hey, it's on hiatus, let me catch you up. Let's do this. Just gently shake her by the shoulders. Come on, I want to show you my special effects. That's what I did to you, sorta. I kind of kept putting it on your feed, and you're like, hey, yeah, and I want to know what the fuck this is about. Can we go through this together? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I remember I was being like, wait, there is a prequel of Super Danganronpa Never 2. Can we play that one first?
And the only reason I was mixed on that was because the translation's so bad, but it still ended up being worth it. I am so serious. I don't think I could have gotten through another in the state that it's in without you before the remake, because it's gives me a headache just thinking about it.
Looking back at the videos, I mean, while actually recording it, you kind of got used to the really crappy translation, but then...
Yeah, no. When you're recording it with someone, it becomes easier, because it becomes comic. Because then you're, like, fucking around with the bad translation, or you're ad-libbing, or, like, you're making jokes. Then it becomes easier to sit through. God, if you're doing it by yourself, though, and you don't really know how to, like, use the workarounds that you were telling me about how to even get it to run in the first place, I would have given up. I'm so serious.
I thank easy RPG every day of my life because it would have been.
I also
very
think the fact that you
challenging.
have some coding experience and know how to troubleshoot shit because, or like you understand coding enough that you understood how the game mechanics work, so you could exploit them. Which is another reason I was like, thank God I'm playing this with you and not by myself. I would lose it.
Yeah, I remember some parts. 6.5.
The good okay, so Kat, the good part about our playthrough with another is I actually in both series actually, so in another and another 2, I actually address every single consistency that comes up in both translations. Or I do my best to, and I actually discuss them in those recordings. So I actually point out when something's inaccurate. That's kind of why I keep nudging people to watch it even though it's older stuff from us, because like I'm showing you all the inconsistencies and addressing them. Please pay attention. And then we have like we did a whole long video after completing STRA 2 of just us going through a tier list and talking about our opinions of the characters and the story overall. And then that is the video where we disclose what our next fangin is going to be.
At this point, I have a feeling though that we're gonna play the next Fangin before
It's
the
actually
video is
so
out.
possible that we'll play before it's even out, yes. It's fine. I still don't want to disclose it until we finish DRDT, because I don't want people to... Okay, I'm gonna be so real. Those fans are so starved for content that if I say it right now, before we have a plan to play it, like what day we're gonna play it, we will get heckled about... So when are you doing it? Because I'm so serious. They have like nothing to go on. They're starved for the content. So I'm trying so hard not to say what it is yet, because otherwise people will go like, so when is it? When is it, Yen? I want to know. I love y'all, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, we do other things too, please.
Hey. By the
Closer
way,
to when we get there, then we'll announce it. Anyway.
Wanna take a quick look at the memes to give them some proper time to breathe?
Yes. I thought you were already doing that, I'm so sorry.
I mean, more in terms of looking through them.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it.
They are kind of a pile right now.
They sure are a pile. They're so fucking funny, though. Now I have the stream open in order to see the memes, because, like, you're showing it through OBS, so I can't see it through a call.
Don't worry.
I understand, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is meme time, lads.
You think you're better than me? I know I'm better than you.
God bless. God bless Ellie Cuves. So fucking funny.
He is very pretty.
Yeah, he's good.
Alright, that was not the one. That wasn't it either. Which one was it? Okay, whatever. Eden Tobias.
Why would he do that? Is he fucking stupid?
Miss Eden Tobisa, she should be allowed to say fuck. She should absolutely be allowed to say fuck. I believe in this fervently. I truly do.
You wanna voice the Ooga Gaga, David?
Oh Christ alive! Okay, hold on. Let me find it in the memes file. I'm gonna go off of the ones that I sent you in DMs. So it's the Milkers one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh gaga. I got your milkies, since you want to act like a fucking baby.
Oh, this one was it. No. Jesus. Getting hold of this pile. Ah, here. Wow. Black and white cat sitting on a chair. Yeah, Pokemon Black and White. Still one of my
that's
favorites.
right. Cat sent me a meme last time we did this too. Hold on, let me find it. Grab that one too. Where is the meme?
that one.
He has 97 mental illnesses and banned from most public places. But he David. But he David.
But he David. I love that image. Okay. This is what... So you're not going to notice anything off at first glance, but... This is the one Kat sent me last time.
Fuck.
It's pretty great.
I see it, yes.
It's pretty fucking hilarious.
Alright,
honestly.
let's show it off to... Notice the difference.
Oh my god. They're the same fucking picture.
Fuck. Alright, and yeah, apparently I have 400 subscribers now, yay!
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 I
David...
think the RA one of the you beat the uncaring bitch allegations is so good.
Oh yeah. This one here, POV, you beat the uncaring bitch.
We don't... Okay, so... No. We don't have a Discord server. Part of the reason for that is Rina and I are very old-fashioned when it comes to internet interaction. We actually prefer things like forums and stuff, like public interactions, more so than putting everything in a Discord server like everyone likes. I specifically am in Kuro's Discord, and sometimes I'm in there. Like, I'll post the stream links in there, or sometimes I post them in, like, other friends' servers, but, like, as for a specific server for, like, us, no, we don't have one. Yeah. And I don't believe we have the intention of ever making one. Yeah. We're free to focus on, like, Blue Sky or Tumblr or Twitter for, like, whatever you want. I have my Twitter locked right now just because, like, I don't like the AI moves that, Musk is trying to make. So, that's my reason for it. As to why I have my Twitter locked. But, yeah. But, like, I'm in Kuro's server because Kuro's in mutuals with me. I'm mutuals with Risa. Like, all three of us are close. But other than that, nah, we don't intend to, like, make a community server or anything like that. You can just interact with us on social media. It's fine.
Yeah, the problem with Discord on me is that every single time that I joined the server, I never looked at the chat or any social part of that server ever again. So I have been invited even by people even by friends, and I never get to look at them. I'm sorry. I just Discord is for me something I look up for news and to commission people and nothing else.
Yeah, Discord and Guilded are that for me too. Like I have it for close friends. I help moderate a few servers, but like other than that I don't, and like I help run my projects through Discord, but like other than that I don't really use it for like those sorts of interactions. Also mostly because I just don't like drama, and so I try to avoid as much drama as possible. Sometimes the rules and servers aren't strict enough to prevent drama. So I also just I don't like talking in large servers. I prefer just doing whatever.
Yeah, I'm also the type of person, as soon as there's someone in a group chat I don't know, then I'm like, I don't know what to talk about.
God, I feel that. Oh, we doing the ratio one? Okay, I will do my best with this. This is so much text. Let me get down to it first, because I'm scrolling through DMs in order for me to do this. L plus ratio plus wrong plus get a job plus unfunny plus you fell off plus never liked you anyway plus cope plus literally shut the fuck up plus your Abby was made in MS Excel plus I have more subscribers plus you're a toddler plus get wrecked plus I said it better plus who asked plus yo mama plus stay mad plus you're a coward plus I David. I'm sorry, the last one's great.
Very in character.
Yeah, I have my own project server, but most of that is just for me. Like that server is like my checklist. Like I put like statuses and stuff in there, mostly so I don't have to DM everyone at once, and they can look in there at their own leisure if they want to. But if I'm trying to get direct lines from them, I just directly DM them and go, "Hey, give me your lines, please." So that's how I do that.
It's not like I blackmailed you because I like you, idiot.
I love that one. It's so cute.
I am
You
struggling.
only get better at you only get better with pronunciation the more you do the thing. Oh my god, the Terrico David wasn't great. Why don't you drop a diss dragon? This is freestyle, son. If you're Tatsu the immortal, why are you always on the run? You dress weird. Fucking ridiculous.
Man, I love Yakuza House Husband.
I do too. I need to finish it. I never finished it.
I always like it when the wife comes on screen too.
He's such a male wife. I appreciate it.
I like Miku. Alright, I did this one. I am struggling with OBS.
It's okay.
Too many pictures. Appeal to emotion. I'm trying my best, I really am, but I'm just trying to help, yeah.
I'm sorry, I love the microphone one that Barn did for me. Friendship ended with microphone. Now communications microphone is my best friend. I'm so tired of computers making shit difficult. Please.
That's just how
I also love how crunchy the image is, Barn. God bless.
It is crunchy.
So fucking funny.
Perfectly fitting, especially the red crossed out being so pixelated.
I know, it's great. You and Barn dying from peak fiction because RA exists.
RA is extremely great.
She's peak, honestly.
Yes.
I kind of like her more that like she was trying to be a good person. She's accepted that like, even though I'm trying, I probably still won't. So that's fine. Like I high-key respect that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all the memes, I think. Did you get the you beat the uncaring allegations? That's the first one I sent.
Yep, yep. I already hit it. It is here.
Nice.
So cute.
Yes. I guess we can end on this one.
Yeah, I think it's a good place.
Yeah.
I send it. Yeah, you'll see us next Sunday, same time. We're gonna be finishing DRDT that day.
Yes. At least
that is the plan. Yeah. What remains for the hiatus? I don't even know if we'll watch that last MV though, because it features characters from two fangans you have never seen. It doesn't show any spoilers because both of those fangans don't, or at least to my knowledge, it doesn't show any spoilers for those fangans. But it was just like a collaborative thing for Halloween that they did. I don't know if you want to see it since you haven't seen those two fangans, but like we still can if you wanna. I consider that MV to be optional.
I kinda already did.
Oh, you watched it already?
Yeah. I saw that it had no spoilers, so I was like, what's this?
Yeah. It's cool. It's good, it's good music. It's good tunes.
Though it is...
Alright, we don't have to do that one yet.
Yeah, it is definitely a bit question marky to not know most of the characters, though.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing. No need, though. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yeah. Until then.